Self-control is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It is the ability to manage your thoughts, emotions, habits, and actions, especially when facing temptations or difficulties. In a world full of distractions like social media, instant snacks, and quick entertainment, mastering self-control helps you choose long-term success over short-term pleasure. This is not just about willpower. It is about building discipline that leads to real change in every area of life. This 2,500-word guide expands on the core ideas from motivational English practice videos. It is designed especially for English learners who want to improve fluency while building a stronger mindset. By reading or listening to this content slowly, repeating key phrases, and practicing the tips daily, you will strengthen both your self-control and your English listening, speaking, and vocabulary skills. Self-control and language learning go hand in hand. Consistent daily practice, even 15-20 minutes, beats talent or luck. When you control your habits, you control your progress. Why does self-control matter so much? Research shows it predicts success better than intelligence in many cases. People with strong self-control achieve higher grades, build better relationships, enjoy better health, and reach financial goals. For English learners, it means showing up every day to study vocabulary, practice speaking, or review grammar instead of scrolling on your phone. The good news: self-control is not a fixed trait you are born with. It is a skill you can train, like a muscle, though modern science tells us it is more about smart strategies, habits, and environment than pure force. The science behind self-control: psychologists have studied self-control for decades. One famous experiment is the marshmallow test by Walter Mischel in the 1960s, 1970s. Children were offered one marshmallow an hour or two if they waited 15 minutes. Researchers followed these children into adulthood. Early results suggested that kids who waited longer had better SAT scores, healthier bodies, and more stable lives. However, later large-scale studies, including replications in 2018 and 2024, found the link is weaker than once thought. Family background, education level, and environment play big roles. The test still shows one important truth: the ability to delay gratification matters, but it can be learned at any age. Roy Baumeister's groundbreaking work introduced the idea of ego depletion. He compared willpower to a muscle that gets tired after use. Resisting temptations uses mental energy, and after a hard day, self-control feels harder. But recent research, including large multi-lab studies, shows the depletion effect is smaller than we thought. What really helps is not endless force, but smart strategies. Planning ahead, changing your environment, and building habits so you do not need to fight temptation every time. Angela Duckworth and other researchers emphasize that high self-control in childhood, measured by parents and teachers, predicts better health, less crime, more savings, and stronger relationships in adulthood. A famous long-term study by Terry Moffat followed 1,000 people from birth to age 32 and found that self-control was a stronger predictor of life success than intelligence or social class in many areas. Kelly McGonigal, in her book The Willpower Instinct, explains that willpower is influenced by sleep, food, especially blood sugar, exercise, and even your beliefs. If you believe willpower is limited, it feels limited. If it is something you can grow through practice, you perform better. For English learners, self-regulated learning, SRL research shows the same pattern. Students who plan their study time, monitor their progress, and control distractions improve speaking, listening, and overall proficiency faster. A 2024 study on FL, English as a foreign language, learners found that self-regulation strategies directly boosted motivation, willingness to communicate, and creativity in English. Another study linked better executive function, a form of self-control, to stronger language development in children and adults. In short, the same skill that helps you resist checking Instagram helps you finish your English lesson and speak more fluently. Self-control brings real benefits: better academic and career success, stronger physical and mental health, improved relationships, greater financial security, faster progress. In language learning, the secret is not being perfect. It is making better choices consistently. Small daily wins compound over time. Why self-control is essential for English fluency and life success. Imagine two English learners. One studies only when motivated. The other has self-control and studies 20 minutes every morning, even when tired. After 6 months, who speaks better? The disciplined one. Fluency comes from repetition, not intensity. Self-control turns "I should practice" into "I practice every day." The same applies to life. People with strong self-control are less likely to smoke, overeat, or quit jobs impulsively. They save money, exercise regularly, and maintain healthy relationships. As one APA report states, self-discipline often predicts academic success better than IQ. Modern research also shows that situational strategies work better than raw willpower. Instead of fighting temptation in the moment, remove the temptation. Turn off phone notifications during study time, prepare healthy snacks, or set your alarm across the room. This is why successful people do not rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Now, let's dive into 10 practical evidence-based ways to master self-control. Each tip includes real-life examples for English learners, so you can apply them immediately and practice your listening reading skills at the same time. 10 practical ways to build and master self-control. Consider consequences before acting. Before you act on an impulse, pause for 10 seconds and ask, what will happen in 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, or 10 months? This simple question activates the prefrontal cortex, the brain's planning center. For example, when you want to scroll TikTok instead of practicing English, imagine yourself 6 months from now. Fluent and confident versus still struggling. Research on future self-visualization shows this technique reduces impulsive behavior significantly. Try it today. Next time you feel like skipping study time, write down one positive long-term result of practicing and one negative result of skipping. This tiny pause builds self-control like a habit. Wake up at the same time every day. Consistency in your morning routine is the foundation of discipline. When your alarm rings, get up immediately. No snooze button. This wins the first battle of the day and creates momentum. Studies show people with fixed wake-up times have higher self-control across all areas of life. For English learners, use the first 15 minutes after waking for listening practice or vocabulary review. No phone until after your English session. Over time, your brain associates mornings with growth instead of comfort. Start small. Choose one fixed time and stick to it for 30 days. You will notice more energy and confidence in speaking English. Focus on your deep reasons for change. Superficial goals: I want to speak English better, fade quickly. Connect to emotional why: escaping frustration in conversations, getting a better job, helping your family, or feeling proud. Write your top 3 reasons on paper and read them daily. Research by Duckworth and others shows that purpose-driven people sustain self-control longer. For English practice, when you feel like quitting a difficult lesson, read your reasons aloud. Great speaking practice. Deep purpose turns discipline into identity. I am someone who finishes what I start. Delay instant gratification. Deliberately train your brain to wait. The famous marshmallow lesson applies here. Small delays build strength. Instead of checking notifications immediately, wait 30 minutes. Replace scrolling with English practice. One technique, the 10-minute rule. Tell yourself, I will study for just 10 minutes, then decide to continue. Most people keep going once they start. Studies confirm that practicing delay in one area, like resisting snacks, improves control in others, like sticking to language goals. Try this today with your phone. Put it in another room while practicing English dialogues. Never skip workouts. Treat exercise as non-negotiable. Physical exercise is one of the best self-control trainers. Even 20-30 minutes of walking, push-ups, or yoga increases blood flow to the brain and strengthens the prefrontal cortex. A meta-analysis showed that regular exercisers gain self-control in eating, studying, and emotional regulation. For English learners, combine movement with learning. Listen to English podcasts while walking or repeat vocabulary during workouts. The discipline of never skipping transfers directly to never skipping your daily English session. Start with no 0 days, even 5 minutes counts. View self-control as fruit that grows slowly. Do not expect overnight change. Like a plant, self-control grows through daily watering, small actions, and patience. Baumeister's research shows that consistent small acts compound into massive strength. Track your wins in a journal. Today I practiced English for 25 minutes instead of watching videos. Celebrate progress, not perfection. English learners often feel discouraged after plateaus. Remember, every consistent day grows your fluency fruit. Reread your journal weekly to see the growth. This mindset prevents quitting. Quit or reduce sugar and control cravings. Sugar causes blood sugar spikes and crashes that weaken willpower. Reducing processed sugar stabilizes energy and reduces impulsive decisions. Studies link lower sugar intake to better self-control and even improved mood. Practical tip: replace sugary drinks with water or tea during study time. For English practice, when a craving hits, drink water and listen to a 5-minute English audio instead. Over weeks, you break the addiction to quick rewards and strengthen overall discipline. Practice meditation or mindfulness daily. Even 5-10 minutes of meditation creates space between impulse and action. It trains attention and reduces emotional reactivity. Kelly McGonigal's research and many brain imaging studies show meditation increases gray matter in self-control areas. Apps like Calm or Insight Timer have guided sessions in simple English. Perfect dual practice. Start with breath focus. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6. When your mind wanders, it will gently return. This is self-control training. English learners who meditate report higher focus during speaking practice and less anxiety. Master your emotions instead of letting them control you. Emotions are signals, not commands. When anger, boredom, or fear arises, I don't feel like studying. Pause. Name the emotion, breathe, and choose your response. Techniques like cognitive reappraisal, reframing. This discomfort means I am growing. Work better than suppression. Research from Ethan Cross and others confirms this builds long-term self-control. For English, When frustration hits during grammar practice, say aloud, "I feel stuck, but I will try one more example." This turns negative emotions into speaking practice and builds emotional resilience. Choose discipline over desire every single day. Every morning you face a choice: short-term comfort or long-term growth. Choose discipline even when it is hard. Create IFN plans. If I want to just 5 minutes first, then I will do just 5 minutes first. This implementation intention technique, proven in hundreds of studies, dramatically increases follow-through. For English learners, make a rule: after breakfast, I always do English first. Over time, this choice becomes your identity. I, a disciplined English speaker. The compound effect is life-changing. Putting it all together, your 30-day self-control challenge for English fluency starts today. Pick 3 tips from the list above and apply them for 30 days while practicing English daily. Track progress in a simple notebook. Many people who follow these steps report not only better self-control but dramatically improved English fluency because they practice consistently. Remember, self-control is not about being perfect or never failing. It is about getting back on track quickly. Failures are normal. What matters is the next choice. Thank you for reading or listening to this guide. Like and share if it helped, and commit to one small action right now. Your future self, confident, fluent in English, and in control of your life, is waiting. Start today. You have the power.